coin roll hunting, looking for anything pre-1960. Buffalo nickels, silver wartime nickels, just anything cool. So hopefully we can get something good. Hey, 28, what's going on? Oh, it's 10 p.m. here, so it's kind of a late stream. But I have about 20 rolls of nickels I want to go through that I have left over from the last hunt. So we'll see what we find. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, you're up late. Yeah, we're just coin roll hunting, looking for anything pre-1960. Wartime silver nickels, buffalo nickels. We've found them all in the past. Found proofs before too, so hopefully we'll find something in these last 20 rolls that I have. Oh yeah, patrol. You are security. What do you do? For you guys just entering, we were looking for pre-1960 coins, silver nickels, which were from 1942 to 45, buffalo nickels, anything older. So, oh, gotcha. Well, I appreciate you dropping by. Thank you for your service. What branch of military? Oh, gotcha. MOS? Or does the. I'm not sure how the National Guard works, but what's your job title over there? No idea what that is, but if you want to go in depth, that's up to you. Network, okay. Got it. Yeah, I was never in the military. My father was in Vietnam in military intel. Oh yeah, signal. Okay, got it. Kind of sounds like what my dad used to do. Oh, got it. How long have you been in? Oh wow, you've been in there quite a while. Ranked? Hold on, guys. We just hit silver. We got 1945 out of Philadelphia. Our first silver of the night within the first 6 minutes. So, heck yeah. So, let's see. Let me see if I can record this. Here we go. Highlight saved. Yeah, 1945. Philadelphia, as you tell by it's Philadelphia with the P above the Monticello building. So, our first silver of the night. Looking good. Now, there is a double die reverse for the 45. Oh, Masters. Okay, got it. Well, I do appreciate you dropping in. No, I just turned on my microscope. I'm checking for the double die reverse on this guy. No, just a normal silver. Oh, I wish. I think the most I've gotten out of a box was 3 silver war nickels. Um, I've had some good boxes in the past. My last nickel hunt. What did I get? I got a couple proofs and 3 buffalo nickels, so that was a good one. But I always like finding silver better. Buffalo nickels are cool though. Yeah, since you're in the military and you've been up there for a while, my dad actually has a book on Amazon um, about the Vietnam. Oh yeah, so dimes. I'll get back to that. But dimes, yeah, dimes are difficult. I don't know why. I don't know if people are taking or companies are taking them out the silver out of circulation, but I try to do dime hunts at least once a month. I've gotten some pretty good hits on that. Like my last, I would say my 3 dime hunts ago, I got a 1936 Mercury dime. I think it was 36, and a few silvers. And people mostly just look for silvers in that one. But dimes are difficult because they're so small. You have to look extra hard, and there's not much variety to look for. Mainly what people do is look for silver. Yeah, this one here too. Um, I forgot what kind of like machine error it is, but look at the edge has some kind of doubling on it. There is an error for that. I just can't remember the name offhand. But I'm gonna keep that and I'll look it up later. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, my dad has a book. It's called "Break in the Chain." Um, Intelligence ignored how the Easter offensive could have ended differently. It's on Amazon. I don't know if you can find it, but if you're into it, silver's a tough one. I kind of think it's gonna drop off slightly Monday. Maybe by the end of the week, it's gonna go up a bit, but I don't see it. I don't see it hitting $40 for another year. But then again, was it I forgot how the silver to gold ratio works, but gold's going crazy. Um, Gosh, I don't know. Perhaps in the next, I don't know. If I had to venture a guess, maybe in 5 to 6 months, it's going to hold steady at 40. But I really don't. That's a hard one. But yeah, I think it's going to drop Monday. Yeah, Baby Shark. I'm not sure if you heard me plug my dad's book, but if you did, check it out. It's a good one. We have an oldie here, 1948, and this one's in Philadelphia. So our second oldest of the night. Let's see if there's any variety for this one. No known varieties. But we are looking good. Yeah, also remember the 2024s, the Denver Mint in Philadelphia. Hold on to those because those are they're selling for about $5 to $10 on eBay per coin. So they are low mintage. They didn't make very many of them. That's why people are selling them whenever they get them. So I've been hoping to come across a box whenever I go to the bank so I can sell it because that's a pretty good paycheck just by picking up $100 box. For you guys tuning in, we hit silver about 10 minutes ago. You have a 1945 35% silver out of Philadelphia. So this was a good find the first 6 minutes in. No, the 48 is a Philly. So there's no mint mark. It'd be right here next to the Monticello. Yeah, it's just a regular 48 Philadelphia. Yeah, be on the lookout for the 2024 nickels. They are worth a pretty good amount. Also, the 2009s are low mintage also. You can make a couple bucks off of 2009. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty close on the dot. So here's the 2025 book. It gives me all the mintages, all the errors and varieties to look for. 48, you know, mint state. So, I mean, that's mint state quality. So, for 48D is and 48S. So, the lower mintage 48S is the one to look for. Um, yeah, I would say the older it is, probably, you're probably right about, it'll probably about 50 cents. You know, you're in the ballpark. Maybe if you find somebody who, if you have one, you find somebody who needs it to fill their book, you probably make like a buck off of them. Let's see, I'm trying to fill my book here. I only have a few left. I'm missing the 44D silver. I've got all the rest of them. I'm missing the 39D, all the 38s. 38s are hard to find. And I pretty much have the rest of them, and I'm missing the 50D. So I'm looking for the 50D, 44 silver, 39D, and all the 38s. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, somebody's want. Like if they want it, like I said, if they want it for a book to fulfill their book, they're gonna pay a little bit extra. Hey, Dixieland, that's pretty cool. Are they recent dates or older dates? Like, are they like pre 1960s? Because that'd be cool. Honestly, the 50D. Oh, cool. I have a few 50s proofs. Yeah, like I don't know why. Well, yeah, I know why. It's the 50D is only they only made 2.6 of them. 2.6 million. I don't know why I haven't been able to find the 44 silver yet. 44D. Um, but yeah, 39D. I mean, all these are lower mintage, so they are very hard. I really want to get that silver though, the 44D. I'll come across it eventually. Yeah, I found a decent amount of proofs on these hunts too. Some aren't the greatest condition, but some are pretty good. Oh, that's a good find. Not an easy one. So I did find, not too many people know exist. Is the so I'll bring out my Buffalo Nickel book right now. Um, is what was it? The 34? Yeah, the 34D. So here's my Buffalo book, the 34D. So I have one. I haven't put it in there because I found out, and I found one hunting with that's a 34D, but it's a small D. They for that year. There's a large D, which is the most common, and then they have a small D, which is very, very rare. And I found it. I don't think not too many people know about that variety. Another good one I found was the Raised Ground 1938D. So that was another good one I found. No, congrats to you. The DDR is hard. I mean, that's a it's a much better find. I would like to find the three-legged buffalo. I mean, that'd be cool to find in pretty decent shape. Yep, I keep the 2024D. They're selling like for over $4 to $5 on eBay right now. YouTube, Baby Shark, feel free to drop in anytime. Yeah, so I keep the 2024s and the 2009s because those are, of course, the low mintage years. Obviously, the 2009s aren't worth as much as the 2024s right now, but I'm still keeping them. I've only come across two of the 2024 Ds in the past like 3 or 4 months. So it's slim pickings over here in California. No, I don't think I've got a Philly in there either. That's true. I'm still hoping to one of these days when I pick up a nickel box that I open it and I find a whole box full of 2024 so I can sell them. That'd be good. About 2 grand paycheck right there. That's the numbers have changed lately. Yeah, because earlier in the week I picked up a box of nickels and I had to turn it back because a whole brand new one full of 2023s. So I'm still getting in this area 2023 brand new ones. Apparently. I also got this week. I picked up a box of nickels. Sorry, dimes, and they're all brand new 2025 Denver's. So I kept like maybe 4 or 5 rolls just for me to keep. But yeah, I don't need a whole box of them. Yeah, but Dixieland, in case you didn't know, we only have a couple of finds, but one of them was a good one. We the first 6 minutes we got a 1945 Philadelphia silver, so that's the best find of the night so far. Oh, that's cool. Though I've tried that when I'm, gosh, like maybe a year and a half ago. Um, I was not having any luck, and I was tired. Whenever I get a new box, I would look for that. But my eyes just got tired and tired of looking for one. I never found one. I only hunted like maybe one box, but I've yet to find. In fact, you know what's funny? I was going through my stuff, and actually, when I'm done, I have two just random rolls I never apparently went through of pennies, and I actually bought a buddy I worked with who's gonna dump all his pennies that he saved for years. Um, and I bought like his bucket full of like $25 worth of pennies. So I'll probably end up going through these. Like I might do that tonight. So we'll see. I don't have very many rolls of my nickels left. I'm just finishing up from a hunt from earlier last week. Well, I think it was last week. Yeah, I think one of the coolest things I found hunting pennies was the 2000 White AM. So I do have one of those in my collection. Decent shape. I think probably AU grade, but still, it was fun to find that one. Oh yeah, they definitely have the most varieties. They also are the most tedious because there are so many varieties, and there's a laundry list beyond a laundry list. But they are fun. I haven't done a penny hunt in a long time. I started off doing pennies, and my favorite right now is nickels, and I try to do dimes when I can. I've gotten lucky on dimes. Last time hunt, I found like three silver dimes. One before that, I found a mercury dime. So I had okay luck with dimes. Not all the time. I didn't initially. It's only the past year I've. They do, because you always find cool stuff with nickels. Anything pre 1960, Buffalo nickels, the silver wartime nickels. I mean, you're. I mean, there you go. There's your silver. So yeah, there's little variety in nickels. I mean, if you go through the whole laundry list of variety Vista RPMs and everything else, of course you can find any good varieties in these. Like with this one, I always try to scope it for the speared buffalo because that is one. Yeah, for you guys just joining, best find for the night, 1945 Philadelphia 35% silver. Here we go, 1955, and that looks to be a Denver. I'm scoping it really quick. No, it's not S over D. Sorry, I've been taking a while looking at it. It's just a 55D. Oh no, they do have a D over S, don't they? What does that look like here? So here, let me pull it up and put it off to the side. Yeah, they do have a 55D over S. So, not sure if I can see it here. Let's try to zoom in a little bit. You know, the mint mark's so worn off that, you know, any discernment were really difficult. Now, it's definitely not the D over S. So, here is what the D over S looks like. And then they have the 54S over D. So, yep, definitely does not look like that. Of course, it's worn off, but I doubt it's that. Oh, here we go. We got a 58. Oh, that's a good one. I don't have that one. That's a good find. So this one is a 58 Denver. Let's scope it really quick. Yeah, just a really worn 58 Denver. How long have you been coin roll hunting or collecting, Dixie? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know that there's so many varieties in coins until, gosh, like 2 years ago when it might have been 3 years ago when I came across some YouTube videos. You know, look for this variety and this one. This one could be worth money. Blah blah blah. And then that's when I started getting into it. So yeah, so I'm pretty new, but I've researched a ton, collected a ton in that short period of time, and I have a lot of silver. Oh, very cool. So you've been into it for quite a while. Yeah, honestly, I just picked up my first metal detector this year, hoping to get out there. So I've only used it once to test it out. I'm hoping to get out there sometime and find some cool stuff. So, so yeah, I really have to do some research on where to go. Um, Obviously, Southern California has beaches, so I mean, obviously that's the first spot. But I really want to find some like old town, um, some area where they have, they have an old town and you know some old previous site that's uninhabited now and just metal detect over there. I want to find something like that. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I think I've come across some groups. But when somebody finds a spot, I suppose it's like this. When someone finds a spot that not too many people know about, they probably want to keep it to themselves. I could be wrong, but I know there's metal detecting groups that'll help people out too. Oh, how cool! I'm guessing you're on the East Coast somewhere. I would love to find stuff like that. Hey, we got a lower mintage 2009 Denver. For me, my background is actually in archaeology. I have a degree in it, and I've been out to maybe half a dozen digs. Money's not great. I'm obviously not doing that right now, but that is part of my background. I'd love to get back into it, but I've gone to lots of digs, lots of Native American sites, lots of cool stuff. So, so pretty much, I like digging in any sense of the nature and finding, you know, pieces of history. Oh, how cool! Have you done a field school? So I did my field school stuff at, I don't know if you've heard of Crow Canyon. Um, we were the first group to excavate the ground floor of the Great Kiva they have out there. If you look into the what's it called, it's a PBS special, Time Team America, second season. It's something. It's called something Pueblo. I can't remember the name. Um, yeah, so they start the excavation with them, and then I think it was back in 2014, 2015 is when I went there, and the group I was with, we were the first ones to excavate the ground floor, and found lots of cool stuff. One of the finds was a old arrowhead that actually got featured in I think it was Current World Archaeology. So one of my stuff's up there. I used to have my picture up with them on Crow Canyon um, back then, 2014, 2015. I have a lot of stuff, um, archaeological sites with my name on it published, and all the random papers and all that stuff. Well, what's up, kid? We got another find, 1958. I'm sorry, 59 out of Denver. Oh, that's cool, dude. Um, Tell me more, kid. What's going on? Yeah, I've also done digs in Colorado, mostly here in Southern California. Um, I worked with the Forestry Service through my university, um, so that's always fun. And yeah, I had the idea of starting my own archaeology firm, but it's it's a little bit of work. So, and I've been working for water treatment for a while. I mean, water treatment pays the bills, but I eventually want to get back into it. So it's actually what I really enjoy. It's just archaeology. Depending what you do, it's hard. I mean, it's not hard, but it's hard getting good pay unless you have your master's or if you're like a professor or anything like that. Or yeah, or unless you have your own company, which I kind of want to do. Um, and I only have my bachelor's, but even then, you can do okay. I'm sorry to hear about that, kid. It ain't fun. I think we've all been there. But yeah, Dixieland, if you want more information, archaeology stuff, or I'll talk about all that stuff. On my main page is the link to my email address. Feel free to shoot me an email. Oh, very cool. That sounds exciting. I would love to do some paleontology work. Yeah, I'm part of the Lambda Alpha Honor Society, and what was it? What was the other one? God, There's a name for the Southern California one, but I'm part of that. Southern California Archaeological. No, it's Pacific Coast Archaeological Society. I actually got a grant. I won a grant with them. So I'm gonna try to get through these roles fairly quickly. Uh, it is getting late. And I think I only have about a few more minutes left. So, trying to finish this, maybe do another roll, and I think that's it for the evening. Yeah, anytime, Dixie. Shoot me an email. Sure. Yeah, I forgot what your calendar it was, but the what was the name of the archaeological it's the main archaeological website that everybody goes to check for grants and everything else. But if IEA or God, Archaeological Institute of America, AIA, yeah. So you know how they have their yearly calendar. You can submit your images, etc. I think it was 2017 or 2018. One of my images made it onto their calendar, so that was pretty cool. One of the images was one of the cliff dwellings I visited down in New Mexico. No, actually, no, it was Arizona. What was the name of that place? It's like on the far east of Arizona. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't at the moment. I don't remember. Alright guys, these are the last few coins I'm going through, and then I'm logging off. I may be on later, but I have no idea. So I still have some rolls to get through, but it's getting late. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it there. We did find some silver. No, not too bad for a quick hour hunt, but hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks for dropping by.